This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Whew. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliate. I am sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. Gina, I'm sick.
I feel for you.
I don't feel good.
I know the feeling.
I know you were there last week or week before last one.
I'm not done either.
It
do lasts a while.
Well, I ain't trying to make it last. I got things to do. You start the year off right. You start the year off strong. And the way that you start, the way you finish it, okay? Last year was a great year individually for me as well as Dope Living TV Live. And, you know, that greatness was that we got a chance to connect and hook up and be with Melanin and Magic. These people have come to the show and have provided sanity for the Relationship Roundtable. And so we appreciate them. And this will be the first show of the year, the first Relationship Roundtable of the year. And we have members of the Melanin and Marriage with us tonight, as always, on a Monday, to give us these great words of advice for these relationships as we ask these questions. So welcome. Views expressed. Did I say that? The views expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Before we get started, I did say it now. Before we get started, I don't feel good. Condolences to the family of T.K. Carter. Brilliant actor, brilliant comedian. He passed away over the weekend. And this man has been in damn near everything. He's been in a whole lot of stuff. So condolences to his family. We send the prayers out to his family. Again, tremendous actor. I was just watching him the other day on the Steve Harvey show when he was part of the High Tops. But we send our love out and condolences. You know, we don't want to start the year off with news like that, but we want to recognize and give flowers to people as we do daily. We would love to give the flowers out as they're here, but we still don't recognize them as they're gone. So, tonight, Relationship Roundtable, we have members of the amazing magazine and podcast, Melanin and Magic, with us today. And we got some questions. I hope I can last the show, Gene. I swear I do. I am not. Remember how you were the other week where you couldn't even, I'm there right now. So let's get it started, okay? Again, this is the Relationship Roundtable. And why not get it started? You know, my brother, Mr. Banks, this guy comes through every single week. He comes in. He don't care what y'all got to say, okay? He going to say what he has to say, like it or don't like it. He's there, okay? And you know, that's the way we're supposed to be. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but this brother gives his opinion, and he gets beat up for it, especially by Steve, but he gets beat up for it, and we appreciate everybody say what's up to my brother, Mr. Anthony Banks. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to
What's
you,
up?
bro.
What's up?
How y'all
Appreciate you
doing,
coming.
Miss Gina and Brother Great? Man, you don't look sick at all, man. Come on, man. You come in there with your hat and your blazer,
Man,
looking
I
like
am
you
ill.
just came off vacation.
I wish. I wish. Byron said, Greg, sorry you're feeling well. Get some medication, lots of rest, because you're not as young as you used to be. Getting laid so much that you have compromised your immune system is not going to work out for you.
Wow.
It was only 5 times this week, man. Last
Hey.
Anyway, what's going on, Mo?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Mo.
I'm gonna try to drink my screen. Yeah, I'll be back.
Let's bring up another member of this amazing. If you guys haven't checked out the podcast, or you haven't read the magazine, you got to get into it. Okay, these guys are amazing, and they tell the truth. All right, whether you want to believe the truth or not. Sometimes they say when people are telling the truth, a lot of people don't want to accept it because it's pointing the finger right at them. It's telling their story, but they don't want to accept it. Okay, but let's say what's up to Dr. Marie Moore. What's going on, Doc?
Welcome.
And how you guys doing? Sorry, you don't feel so good. You look
Happy.
amazing.
I'm trying to hold it down. But it ain't working very well. I'm sweating up a storm up here. I'm telling you, I'm sweating under this cap. If I took it off right now, it would be Niagara Falls.
That's a good thing though. When you sweat it out, it actually helps. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but sweating helps you when you're sick because you're sweating out,
Do you know how much this jacket cost me? I want to get this all wet and messy.
You look snazzy, so I don't know.
Come on, man.
But it's being of service today. It's going to help you sweat out all that sickness.
That's all good. Okay, we appreciate you guys.
We'll help them laugh it out.
There you go, Gina. That's what we do.
There's no laughter here in Mudville. There's no laughter. But let's get it started, y'all, because it is the Relationship Roundtable. Again, we're here with the people as we every Monday, Melanin and Marriage. So let's get it started. We want this honest conversation, okay? Now, people, when they get married, I always wonder, because sometimes I see people, they're angry at each other right before they get married, but they go ahead and go through the ceremony anyway. Should marriage still be the goal, or is it just one option among many?
You saying should marriage be the goal, even though they feeling like they ain't feeling each other right before they say I do?
Yeah. Should that be?
I was going to say you have to break that one down.
Okay, let me break it down. Everybody wants somebody in their life. Everybody wants a soulmate person to be with, whatever. Okay, but at the
remove
end of
everybody.
Let's try. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all dictate it. I'm gonna break it down. But should marriage still be the goal, or is marriage just one option to stay with this person? And even though you ain't liking this person a lot, should marriage be the goal, or is it just one of the options?
So for me, marriage is not a sprint towards the finish line. Like, it is definitely an intentional walk. It's two people who are aligned, and the thing is, we're not always going to get along, but at the same time, you have to choose to be together. You have to choose to make it work. You have to put in the work. So, if you just want to make a dash for it, you got to think twice. But if you're looking for a longevity and you're looking for a commitment, you're looking for a partner, then you definitely want, marriage to be it. But it's not a option of many. It's the option. If you're willing to put in the work, then then it's for you. But if you want to take the easy way out and you want peace and you feel like, hey, I'm not going to get it with someone else, then maybe you do have options. But just make sure when you choose to walk down the aisle, that it's intentional and not just a sprint to the 500-yard dash line.
Okay, go ahead, Brother Bang.
So I totally agree with what she said in this, and I really do like that analogy. It's not a sprint to the finish line. You're going to have some ups and downs, and really it depends on what the argument was that led them to that situation. There's many scenarios to that situation. Wife sleeping with the groomsman or the husband sleeping with the bridesmaid. You know, there has been those type of situations that has taken place. You know, the final or last hurrah before, you know, they make that final connection. So it depends, you know, but as you stated earlier, you know, as you start your new year, the way you start it is the way it's going to go. And so if they starting their marriage out with that type of energy, that's the energy that I think is going to exist in their first portions of their marriage, and it's going to make it even more harder. So should it happen, it would take a serious conversation to eliminate, one, the embarrassment of not doing it, the ego of not saying, you know what, we put all this money out, we go and do it regardless, and or just say, you know what, let's just have a party since we paid for it, not get married,
that part,
and come back and do it when it's really right.
So instead of having the argument, we're gonna have a party.
Ooh, that's an expensive party.
that part right there. Yeah.
Right.
You know what? You better know before you go in spending all that money. If you don't know at that point, it's time to take a step back before all of that happens.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to think about, you know, when that process, you're going through that process, you get jitters. You know, you get on edge in both parties, the bride and the groom. And so you can't really gauge it on, you know, the day before or even the weeks or the months before, because, you know, you're on edge.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I'm about to do this for the rest of my life, like the rest of it.
I don't know. I don't know if this is right. I think it is, but I'm not sure.
But at what point do you say? At what point do you say, you know, you okay, months ahead of time, you have these problems, you worried about it, you having second thoughts, jitters, but at what point do you say, okay, I'm not going to do it, as opposed to continuing and getting it done, and then having all this? Well, look, let me just go through something else. Let me ask another question, okay? Can a marriage or love or a relationship survive without accountability, or does somebody always end up resentful?
You really got some theatrical questions this week.
Yes. We jumping in. We are jumping in. This 2026. We jumping in right now.
Yeah, you going in. You going in on this one. I'm gonna give you a short answer and say no. Not for people my age.
Okay.
You know, I've been through too many relationship dynamics, too many relationship issues to know and understand that accountability should be at the forefront of communication. And accountability also helps you to stop lying to yourself. Because when you accept someone's wrong just for the sake of avoiding arguments or for the sake of letting things smooth over, that's when you start lying to yourself. And lying to yourself don't hurt you. I mean, don't hurt your partner, it hurts you. You don't want to be stressing. You don't want to have anxiety. And as you get older, you ain't got time to be putting no added pressure and stress on yourself, you know, trying to protect somebody's feelings. So, I mean, no, accountability has to be present in a relationship. Has to be.
I mean, I got to be truthful. There is some you know, apprehension about, you know, getting married is a big step, you know, and even the person that loves, you know, love their partner, you know, having that doubt, any kind of doubts, especially if you didn't have a relationship, you know, been in a relationship and it wasn't successful before. I mean, think about that for a minute, that dynamic by itself. If you done been in a relationship for, you know, 10, 15 years, then suddenly, poof, it's gone. And then you say 3 or 4 years down the road, you're finna get married again or thinking about getting married. And I mean, that's just to be real. Just to be real, I mean, that person has a lot of anxiety about getting married. I know I did. I thought, I know I love my Mary to death. I've improved it 30-something years, and she loves me back. But there was, at that one point, it was like, is this going to burn me again? Is it going to be a 2-time burn? I couldn't stand the first burn. It hurt,
Okay.
So,
You're so right, Mom. Right. And that really factors in, I think, the age group that you're in too, because when you're young and talking about getting married, it's like it's exciting and it's the first time and you want to show the world that you in love. And so you don't have those fears you have when you're older and you've been through maybe a divorce or two or a bad relationship. You still have those, you may not be bringing in luggage, but you still have those fears. Those fears are still there.
As soon as she leave that plate on the counter for longer than a few hours, I'm getting pissed off. Okay, it's time for divorce because you left that. We ate 2 hours ago, but you left that there. Come on, man. It's gone. It's over.
Wow.
It's over.
Boy, I tell you, if my wife would have heard that statement, she would be hallelujahing right now.
I'm just saying. All right, so look. Did you want to say anything on this, Dr. Murray?
So I agree with what everyone said. I will just say,
even the dish laying on the counter.
Absolutely, cleanliness is next to godliness. Like,
my
mother told me, you do not leave a dirty kitchen overnight for a couple of hours. It's just not sanitary. But the only thing I would say is that a marriage can't exist without it, but it truly won't thrive. And that's the thing. If you want a thriving marriage, then accountability has to exist. And if it doesn't, that word commitment is literally a word without weight. So you have to be intentional in everything that you do. So if it's something that you want, again, it's work. You have to put in the work. I agree. Someone said it's not a death sentence. It's a part of life, but it's something that you have to want. And if you don't want it, then don't walk down the aisle. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. It's something you can't get back.
That's right.
But what about those people that feel like they dying just to say that they was wrong?
Hey, before you answer that question, I need everybody to say hello to Reverend Pat.
Reverend Pat. Happy New Year, Reverend.
Oh, I like
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, y'all. Sorry for being tardy, but I have a gumbo going that to be ready by the time my husband makes it home.
Oh man, you should air send that to me. I need a gumbo bad. I'm sick.
You need a gumbo? I got
it. I need it. How much? I'll pay for it. Come on, bring it now. But welcome, Reverend Pat. We appreciate you coming through. We love the Melanin and Marriage people. So thank you guys for coming through and hanging out with us. Am I slouching in my chair right now? It's coming. So let me ask this question. When you
my doctor's on the phone. I got
I'm sorry. What the hell did she? Oh, yeah, okay. Anyway,
was on her phone.
Oh, doctor. I thought she was trying to send me a doctor. Anyway, let's this question, because I'm going in today. Okay, so you get in this relationship, and the woman or the man might say, "Well, why do you act like this, or why do you do this, or why do you do this?" That's just how I am a red flag in disguise?
And then this after marriage or you're in a relationship?
I mean, I don't care. Whenever you're in a relationship, after marriage, in marriage, whatever.
Okay.
If somebody say that's just how I am, is that a red flag?
We're gonna have to analyze that.
We got the right people.
We're gonna have to talk about it.
I think it can be a red flag. It just depends on what you're protecting by that. That's just how I am. It'd be, do you not want to be challenged? Do you not want to be responsible? Do you not want to be accountable? So it truly is, because your behavior in a marriage, it's non-negotiable. You have to be accountable. You have to, be aligned. You will be challenged. Life is a challenge in general. So whether you're married, single, divorced, it doesn't matter. There is a challenge. So I feel like it definitely can be a red flag. It just depends on, in what context you're using it. But definitely so.
Gina, I want to hear
If
from
you
you.
getting that, if you're getting that, that's just how I am. That means that's been a problem all along.
All along.
And either that person accepted it in the beginning and now they're tired of it. But if you get that you've seen those behaviors before.
Absolutely.
And so now it's a problem, but you've accepted it. And that's why I always say don't accept things going into a relationship that you don't want to keep dealing with. You can't get 4, 5, 6 years down the line and be upset that they're doing this when it was their personality all along.
Yeah.
So it was a red flag, but it was a red flag back then.
It was a red flag back then. If
So
you
the
tell
red
me,
flag and you choose to ignore it, a lot of people do that. I mean, abusive relationships start out like that. They are until it turns into something physical, and then the red signs have been jumping up all the time. We just never heeded them.
It's self-sabotage. If to me, it is self-sabotage when you're aware of it, but you don't take action, when you're not being responsible with it. And in the end, you only hurt yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's an excuse.
Yes.
It's a horrible excuse at that.
Come on.
Because it's one of those things that we use as a mechanism not to have that mirror shined in our face, because we don't want to see our flaws. And of course it's a red flag to the person that sees it, but it's a slap in their face too, because you're trying to tell that person that can really see that they're not seeing what they're seeing. And that creates a different issue in the communication process, because a person can know what they know, they can see what they see, and then as you're with a person, you become in tune with that person, and you start to see what they look like, what they are, and how you love on them. You got to come in tune with a person to know how to protect them. So you're going to see those flaws, but don't run, trying to say, well, this is how I am when you met me. This is how I was then. Yeah, well, evolve. How about that?
And to me, that's kind of disrespectful too. Well, that's just how I am. To me, it's disrespectful. Reverend Pat, what you say?
Are we talking about flaws?
No, I asked the question. If you're in a relationship and I ask, say your husband asks, I'll put it like that, and a question about why did you do this, or why do you do this all the time, and you say, well, that's just how I am. Is that a red flag?
It would be for me, but has over the years has one of those guilty parties that said, that's just me, you just gonna have to accept it. That answer came from an unhealed place. That answer came from one that had not accepted Christ. Once I accepted Christ, I couldn't any longer say that's just me, because it wasn't just me. It was the result of an environment that I was in, the environment that I grew up in. So my anger and my attitude was not something that was natural. My husband, trust me, my husband asked me a lot, why did you do that? But now I know how to respond to that. Now, if someone said that to me, we're in the place that I am now, it would be up for discussion. You'd have to explain to me, why is that just you? What made you this way? Because it's not just you. That's not just who you are. Something in your life happened that caused you to be that way. Does that make sense? But when you're not in a place of healing, that's the excuse that we use for not being willing to change. And even if you addressed it with me at that time, let's be real, even if a person addressed you about you saying, that's just me, your answer is going to be the same. Like it, love it, or leave it. That's who I am. Because the change has to come from me, and I have to be willing to want to bring that change. Does that make sense?
Reverend, yeah, if you said it, yeah.
Yeah.
Reverend Pat, my bad.
That might be get out jail free card for a mug, you know. So that's the way you is, and this is the way I am. Deuces, I'm out.
Yeah.
And Reverend Pat, I gotta say,
Reverend Pat, that's how I was.
Reverend Pat, I gotta say, it's good to see you again. Okay, you haven't been on for about 3 or 4 shows, so appreciate you coming and understanding, you know, and I hope everything is well with the household. But we appreciate seeing you again. It's a blessing.
Thank you for being patient, because I wasn't missing that call with my doctor. I've got the only reason I have glasses is because I have an entire swollen side of my face. So
yeah, we didn't ask all that. We didn't ask all that.
Shut up.
You like that? That's the way it is.
Right.
I'm sick, Reverend Pat. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, you get in this relationship, right? And you got problems. So do people leave relationships too soon when there comes a problem, or do they stay too long? I'm going, Gina. I told you, Gina, I ain't holding back today.
She's not holding back tonight. He's not holding back.
Yeah, these days they're leaving too soon. They leaving too soon. It's a microwave relationship. They don't want to work on problems. They don't want to sit down and talk about anything. The communication isn't there. They expect it to be like it is on the real lives of Ghettoburg, and that's not the way it is.
That's a new town. That's a new town, y'all. Ghettoburg.
Absolutely, because
that's over in Greenland, which President Trump's going to be acquiring soon. So don't worry about it.
I think if you're not mature enough to go into a relationship knowing that we're two imperfect people anyway, there are no perfect people.
That's right.
So we bring our true selves, which we are imperfect people, to that relationship. So if your expectation is perfection, you're gonna have problems. And there's nothing you can do or force a person to do to become perfect. So for a relationship that's going to survive, you go into that relationship saying, okay, he's got some stuff that drives me crazy, but it outweighs the things that don't. I have things that drive him crazy, but he loves me enough to see beyond that. We're not doing that. We're modeling our marriages, our relationships off of some thing that we see on cable TV or that we see on social media. All of these different things. These younger couples, 9 times out of 10, half the folk, if you got to ask me to donate to your wedding, you're not supposed to be getting married.
Come
but
on,
you're doing it.
Come on.
I agree.
Is getting married.
Come on, Reverend Pat.
Don't ask me to donate to your honeymoon. Maybe you should plan a trip to San Antonio and not Aruba, because that's where you are. So you're going into marriages wanting to impress, and you're going into a marriage in debt. You're going in a negative, because now
that causes problems right there.
And there's your problem. Biggest problem in a marriage, money
and reality TV.
Yeah, and so you want to wear red bottom shoes, and you need to be shopping at Kmart. That man's got a problem, because now he's got to figure out now he's yours, and now he's got to figure out how to come up with $300 for that hair. Now he's got to come up with $300 for your nails and your toes, because how far be it from me to let my friends see that my man can't hang. Okay, it's what we expect from marriage.
You just opened up a whole nother can.
Man, did she?
Yeah, I
She
was thinking the
did.
same thing, Mo.
But,
That's a whole
but you
other
know
can.
what, Reverend
Yeah.
Pat?
Spoilage, that extra spoilage
You
that happened.
know,
But
Reverend Pat, what you said is you said so much, and it really covered a lot. And what people in relationships tend to do is look at all the bad times and forget about all the good times. And a lot of times they're always thinking the bad times are outweighing the good. That's because that's all they look at. Those times when you don't agree, or those times when you feel like he didn't give you any attention, or she didn't kiss you before you left out the door. Those are the time those things happen. But why focus on all that negativity when you have so many good things, and people don't tend to not look at the good things? Those bad things do outweigh.
because they don't show the good. The good don't make good news.
But do we go into relationships really honestly standing on what we will and will not accept? Because
Hey,
I
Dr.
know,
Reverend Pat, I want to
I
ask
know I
something
am.
because what you were saying was it sounded like what we talked about last week, Dr. Banks, when we said they build their relationship off attraction and not connection, and you're
and not,
always looking for the next most attractive thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And you should build a relationship off of connection because the connection is so much stronger emotionally, spiritually than the attraction.
I agree with that. I think, people need to use discernment, and you have to think clearly. You can't rush into something. But, for the original question, I just think that, leaving, you avoid putting in the work. If you're leaving too soon without putting in the work, that's why you're leaving. You don't like being uncomfortable. You don't like the truth. You're not trying to heal and work it out. But when you stay too long, I think you avoid the truth, because as Gina alluded to earlier, red flags, when you see them, you have to open up, you have to talk about it or get ghosts. But people stay too long because they're afraid of being alone, or they're afraid of losing this person. And sometimes it's really not even love, it's lust that keeps you together. So I think it's just definitely, people just have to learn to use discernment. If you see something or you feel something, trust your instincts. God didn't give them to you for no reason, so you have to use them.
Hey, let me get
Dr.
to this
Marie,
comment.
let me ask her this before we move on. Why are people afraid of being alone?
That's a good
because
question.
we're not created to be alone.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. We were intentionally, it was to be with someone else, but I think for some people, they don't like being alone because it's harder. It's some people want convenience versus really trying to stand on your own and be, one person. People just, it's convenient for them. It's not a matter of love. I've seen people in relationships, and it's true. It's just, well, he buys me this or she does that. And okay, but what outside of that? And that's why I tell people, when you love someone, it should have nothing to do with just their physical. If that's the only reason you're with someone, or you're with someone because of what they can do, then that's a problem. Not
That's the
necessarily for
problem.
them. That's a problem with you. And
Problem
you
with
have
you.
to be comfortable being by yourself, standing on your own. And I tell people, this is probably wrong, Reverend Pat, don't kill me, but you were born by yourself, outside of God and your parents. Everybody doesn't come with a twin.
I'm a twin. I
It
wasn't
is
born by
true.
myself. I'm a twin.
Yeah, but I think.
But think about this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people can't be alone because they can't be alone with themselves.
Very
I agree. I agree with that.
I was
Because
very
when you're in a room,
woman.
when you're in a room by
It,
yourself, it forces you to look at yourself.
evident. It's evident.
That's interesting. Very
So,
interesting.
because before I married, I had to do the work that was revealed to me as a single woman that I needed to do on myself, so that I was prepared to receive the man that I knew God had waited for me. But I also knew that I wasn't ready to be, I wasn't in a mindset after being single for so long I understood submission. I understood saying, Lord, send me the man that you have for me, you've already chosen he's going to be the head of the household, and ... I said it. Yes, I taught it. I preached it. But when I got ready to no longer be alone, I had to say, okay, God, this is what you've got to work on me. I'm used to paying my bills. I'm used to my check is check. I'm not used to answering to nobody. So you need to work on me. And it took 2 years of hard work for me to get to the point.
All right, let me read this comment here. Let me read this comment here from Felice. She said a committed relationship does not have to be one-on-one. Some couples swing and others have all kinds of fetishes and are in a wonderful place as a couple. It's about compatibility and having a common goal, which is to make one another happy and supported. Television is a breakdown of society. Soft porn is common.
That's not a relationship under God, so that ain't gonna work regardless.
I ain't talking about that kind of conversation. I ain't talking about that kind of conversation.
Well,
I say that.
But you know what? She is right though.
She is right. There are people that have that, and we can't judge that because that's what those two people agreed to do in their private relationship. But think about it comes. What if you swinging all off the chandeliers with Billy Joe Bob and Shaniqua, and one of y'all get hooked up emotionally with that other person, and now you got a problem? Because you're no longer swinging. Now somebody trying to be a couple, but you opened the door to that.
You brought it in.
Brought it in. Absolutely. Absolutely. But the key word is that she says a common goal. Some people have common goals to just be what they are. And it could be that kinky type of relationship, but that's something that they share together. So for me, I'm never going to judge someone for, their life and how they move, because just because I don't move that way doesn't mean anything. It's what your faith and what your beliefs are. And I'm not here to change that. I can only tell you, what's real, and that's it. So if that's what makes people happy, by all means, do what you do. But again, when you have to answer for that, you got to answer for it. And there's nothing that I or anyone on this line can do to make that different for you. So
Truth. Mo.
Okay. All right. All right. I get that. Let's move on, y'all. What's we talked about red flags earlier. What's a red flag that people overlook early, and it almost always shows up later?
Lies.
Lying. Trust.
Cleanliness.
What about being broke?
Don't keep coming up with cleanliness.
I'm not looking at that.
If dating somebody that ain't clean,
You
that's
better go
not
brush your teeth.
That's just basically lazy and trifling. Period.
If they
That
dirty,
ain't-
you like dirty people.
If you
Tina said if your breath smell like swamp butt, then you can't.
How can you look over that?
That's what I say. I mean, if you're not looking over it, that means you don't mind it.
Well, that proposal must have been a mug, though.
Oh, baby, I love your all natural smell. You smell like Julia
I'm
Roberts.
not gonna be up here talking to nobody. I'm not gonna be up here talking to nobody, and I'm blinking all the time. Okay, I'm just blinking. I'm not doing that.
And they smell like onion people.
That ain't onion. They smell like booty crack. Booty crack.
I'm very picky,
I'm sorry,
so
but
I go to your
I would say, I would definitely say hygiene is one of those things that some people do overlook because they don't know how to approach telling them. That's in a workplace, that's in the gym, that's in your life, personal life. Some people just don't have the fortitude to tell someone else that they have bad hygiene. And so sometimes they overlook that in a relationship, thinking that maybe it'll change.
I helped a woman.
Dr. Banks, we're not getting that far.
Well, I'm just saying, that's just one of the things that I think people, not me. I'm just saying because I'm too forthright and direct for me to overlook.
That first time,
not right.
That number is going on block.
Well, you wouldn't think you're going on block, but you can't even get to the number if you smell. I mean, that's just No.
Yes, you can, Dr. Marie. Because yes,
Come on, Mo.
because people get on social media and these websites, and they talk on these websites. Okay, but if I'm talking to you and all the numbers on my phone are burning off, okay, I know something. I know something early. I don't
If
care.
it smell like vinegar in your house all the time at the door, that mean it stink. I had to help a woman, and no disrespect, and they asked me, "Can you help your neighbor?" And if I knew what I knew once I walked in that house, they'd have had to call the fire department or somebody to help her. Because once I walked in that woman's house, I hate that I said I help.
And do not come to me if we're meeting for a date. Don't come to me and say, "Hey, do I look fat in these jeans?" Okay, you knew you looked fat in them jeans when you got them on. Come on, took your hour.
If they stopped at your knees, you was too fat for the jeans.
You come to the door, you smell like boiled butter. Okay, you come to the door because you didn't grease yourself. Anyway, I'm sorry, Brother Banks. Put some clarity to this, man.
Sometimes they ain't gonna find out. They ain't gonna find out till they get married and they wash their clothes. You know.
Hey, you know what? It's gonna be signs.
They don't buy them to wash them. They buy them to put them on.
Bro, Banks, please jump in.
Now, I just want to put it down like this. You know, as hilarious and funny and lighthearted as we are about this particular subject, we only thinking about the external part of funky, but we're not thinking about. We're not thinking about the personality.
How can you get to the funky personality if it stank butt?
Well, again, some people make relationship, in the gym. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that. So I'm not gonna get too far into
what kind of funky we talking about? Workout must.
I mean, again, that would be too. That would be me going down a rabbit hole saying that I just like that type of situation, and I don't want to defend that. I just want to make that clear.
It's different if y'all in the gym and y'all working out together, Brother Banks.
The question was
a red flag people overlook early, and that's not the only flag we waving.
But see, that's not a red flag because they working out.
Let's get to some more flags.
They working out.
Like I said. Get to them clothes.
Somebody, we gonna lead.
I didn't know I put that hot topic on the table like that, but
and when we get started, Brother Banks, I came in late, so I'm like, let me jump in with Brother Banks.
And you jumped, Steve. You jumped hard.
Y'all are funny. I don't know what it is with you and the vinegar tonight, Steven.
And that's a true story. I hate to say, some of the things I say may not, it's the comedian in me. How it's delivered, but it's true. And I really want to help this woman.
Don't smell like vinegar.
But if I had ever met this woman, I never would have went in there and helped her. She'd have she'd have just been in there. I'm sorry.
Let me read some of these comments real quick, okay? Bella, hey, Bella. She says, inconsistency, dishonesty, all you need to do is listen, pay attention. People are always telling themselves. Felice says most marriages fail because someone was not showing the true person. Men always complain when they get married. A lot of things change in both sides. Okay. Bobby says a quick temper. Felice also says if you don't tell someone that they smell, that means that you don't care about them. Okay. Yeah, I mean I can agree with that. Rachel says
I ain't gonna say you don't care about them. That means you don't care they smell.
Rachel says it goes that people aren't good communicators. They haven't learned conflict resolution. Felice makes a good point here. I help everybody. If I see someone with spinach or lipstick on their teeth, give them rides, the whole 9 yards. Take a homeless person, for example. I've hugged strangers to give them encouragement. Here you go, Steve. Steve always jumps bad with Brother Banks. I'm so glad that he just admitted.
I love Brother Banks. I think me and Brother Banks got awesome chemistry.
Indeed.
But the question was never answered except for that one little stinky comment. Okay, but we
quick temper. One lady said quick temper.
Yeah,
I'm talking about you guys.
For me, Ella DeDon answered one of mine. One of them was inconsistency. That is a red flag. But also insecurity is a red flag for me. When you question, you know, that's a problem. So we got to build up your security
If you ain't got God and you ain't got a relationship. So that's my red flag.
I love that one. There you have it.
Because we're unequally yoked. But for me,
God is love and love is God. And if you can't get to that, you ain't never even got to a relationship.
See my face.
Finish your comment.
Steve
I
talking
saw
with
your face
sense
there.
now.
Yeah.
See, Gina, it ain't always. It was that dress messing with me. It was messing with me, and I didn't know.
Steve, last week though, Steve, you was about to get it, okay? And when you popped off, you was about to get it, all right?
But I know. But last week
Pat.
I was just speaking on the dress, and I wasn't trying to bring the religious and the church into it. I was just speaking on the man buying his woman the dress.
You was
we
gonna
off of
get
that.
it. You was
We off of
you
that.
had to look on the face. Go ahead,
Steve
Reverend
said
Pat,
we off that.
Finish your statement.
Y'all seen him coming there.
Let Reverend Pat finish it. Yeah, had me calling him
For
Reverend
me,
Pat. Reverend Pat finish it. Go ahead.
For a huge red flag for me was relationship with your mother, because the way you treat your mother is the way you're going to treat me. Disrespect to your ex, if she's your the mother of your children, if you could berate and downrate her to me, you would do the same thing. No relationship with your children for any reason. I don't care if she lived in Africa. You married her, she lived in Africa, you gotta be able to get a ticket to go see your kids. Those were always red flags for me, period. Because approaching approaching a single mother and you're not taking care of your kids, I'm not interested in you because I already know you're not gonna take care of mine. You're not gonna enhance my life. If you gonna run your mama down and talk about your mama, and you have a relationship with your mother, and I know we have different dynamics in families, but I don't mean that kind of thing. I mean a different thing where your mom is just, you don't consider your mother. If you can't treat your mother well, then you certainly couldn't treat me well. You could not. If you don't have a relationship with your children, or and you can't even figure out how to have a relationship with the mother of your child, that you're just able to be in the same room or communicate about your children, that's important to me. That was important to me.
But what if it's not his fault or the other one's fault? See, you can't say that, because what if it's just that other person or that party?
Well,
You can have problems with that other person, but that's between two adults. That should never affect your relationship with your children.
But you said be in a room with a person. If that person got a problem, they ain't gonna be in the room with you.
Reverend Pat.
My ex-husband comes and spends Christmas with my children and my husband, and
you have a great one, and I'm listening to the woman he had. I would expect that, but some other people may have personal issues where, they're just not doing that.
But is that going to affect your relationship with your
let's table that for a minute.
No, never.
Hold up. Reverend Pat, number one, you got your nails popping, all right? For real. Bro, your nails are popping. I like that. No, I said I'm like your nails. Popping is a anyway.
She got it there for Caleb Williams, bear down.
No, I didn't. No, black nails. Brother Banks, did you have a comment on that? Y'all know, before you answer, Brother Banks, hey, man, we got to quit stepping on Brother Banks. Every time Brother Banks opens his mouth, we stepping over him, okay? We got to stop stepping over him. Go ahead, Brother Banks.
It's all good. I mean, I know this is a very enthusiastic and passionate group, and we are, and listen, I've been there. But I will say this, I really think that it kind of goes back to the original question, do we get out of relationships too soon? And sometimes we judge the relationships too soon as well before we get into them. Some of the things that Reverend Pat had mentioned, I think could be very good red flags. But if you dig a little bit deeper into the relationship, you'll start to see that you could be a solution to some of those issues, because you may have had a dynamic in your relationship that God has chose you not to fix, but to show a different way. And if God don't make mistakes in putting people together or putting
Exactly.
people in a path, then I think there's a opportunity there to explore, you know, those type of relationships, and we shouldn't just throw them away just simply because we don't agree with them right away.
I didn't
While
say
it
right
is a
away.
red flag, and
No,
it
I
is
didn't say
something that
right
we
away.
could. Well, I'm just
If,
saying.
if it's a consistent thing as we get to know each other, and I've already asked, well, when are you going to see your kids? You haven't seen your kids since we started talking. It's been a month, and you haven't seen your kids, and you're saying, well, it's because of their mama. We all know that we have Black women that cause friction after the relationship is over and use the kids as a weapon. That's the truth. But I'm looking at a perspective as a single mother, and you're saying you're interested in me, but as a woman, that's just me, as a woman, I guess that's where I was, as a woman, and you're interested in me, and I say I'm interested in you, I'm gonna always encourage you to find a way to bridge that gap so that you can have a relationship with your children. You're a man.
So what if you're
somebody else raising your child?
Right, but what if the dynamics that you're providing him through how you operate your family structure gives him a different perspective on how a family structure should look? Because he may not have that understanding of what that family structure should look like. And for example, all of my mom and my aunts, all of them was divorced, but every husband that was in their life came to every function that we had as children, as adults. You know, I've always seen my uncles at Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, 4th of July, whatever, and every cookout, they was there. Even if my aunts moved on, even my mom moved on, my dad was always there. So that's the type of dynamic that I'm used to, that even if I am divorced, I don't throw away the family. And so, but that's my dynamic. And that's
I
maybe not
agree.
yours.
I agree, Brother Banks. I come from that
If you're
dynamic.
having a conversation, if we're having a conversation, and I am encouraging you to see your children, you're dead set against it because of that one thing. I ain't God.
Hey,
I can pray for
Pat,
you.
I don't want to interrupt. I hate to interrupt you, but we are running out of time. There's one more question that I want everybody to answer. But real quick, Veronica Riley says relationship conversations often end up as things that individuals can handle before entering the dating part. Do the work to be a human that has done the work on yourself. Then two people that have done the work see if they're compatible. I don't even want to date if I'm not already who I know will add value to any human in my sphere. Individuals must answer these types of questions for themselves, then align with the one that will continue to inspire the best version of you. Look, I got one more question for you guys. Where is it at? I'm sorry. What, as we go into 2026, okay, 2025 is gone. Everybody's relationship got messed up, or either it prospered, all right? And Steve, I want to start with you. What is a healthy relationship? And make them short answers because we're running out of time and I'm sick. I'm about to fall off this chair, okay? What does a healthy relationship in 2026 need that it didn't need last year?
God. It needed every year. It's nothing changed. What a healthy, prosperous relationship needs is God. And if you ain't got that, just like I said, you ain't got a true relationship. God is love and love is God.
Reverend Pat?
Same. Two equally yoked people with the same mindset, with the same goal to serve God. You're serving God, then you're gonna have a healthy relationship because you're submitting not to that spouse, not to that partner. You're submitting to God Himself. Therefore, what He requires of you as a wife, that's what you're gonna be. What He requires of you as a husband, that's what you're gonna be. But your humanity is always going to pop up. It's not going to be perfect, but you have made a decision that your foundation is built on Christ. So you survive the storms.
Okay, I appreciate that, Dr. Marie.
For me, outside of God, that's highly important. I think in 2026, people need more love, and that comes with, boundaries that are honored. It comes with respect. It comes with communication to get clarity. And it comes with emotional intelligence. Like you have to be in intention. Going into relationships, you have to be very, it has to be purposeful and with intention. And without any of that, the relationships tend to fail. So love with intention and purpose.
Brother Banks.
I want to echo, keeping God first in your relationship at the forefront. So if you say your relationship takes work, treat it like work. Have an appraisal is what we would call, or performance evaluation at the end of the year to move into the next year. So some of the things that throughout the year that we need to change, need to work on, need more training in. And then we can move into the next year with a renewed love, spirit, and willingness to want to do better. Don't give your job more reverence and respect than you give your relationship. Because you don't go to your job talking to your boss any kind of way. Don't come home talking to me any kind of way. And so I think we should treat it like that by giving that evaluation, so that you encourage that communication as well, and encourage open and honest communication.
Absolutely, and that's a beautiful home you and Mo have. Mo.
It do look very similar to the back. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great minds think alike. And anyway, I think sharing is a big part of that growth. Sharing things, and even the bad things. I mean, that's part of growth. And if you don't do that, it goes back to communication things I always say. Sharing the good things and the bad things helps you grow. I'm gonna put it like that. But I have to go into details.
Cool. Gina?
Okay, your question is, what does relationships today need that they had prior, correct?
You are good at cognitive recognition.
Hey, I took the same cognitive test Trump did. But we know, we all on here know we need God. You need God in that relationship for it to be successful. But people today, in the relationships today, need the true blueprint. They don't have it. They're basing it off of social media. They're basing it off what they see on television. Right. And they look at the older generation like Mo, who's been in a marriage 30-something years, and they look at it, y'all old, things done changed. Have y'all heard that from these young people? Yeah, things done changed. It's not like that anymore. That's what you hear from them. They think that we old school and marriages like we have don't exist anymore because they don't have a true blueprint. If they saw people their age in longevity marriages, I think they would have more buy-in and realize that it can be done. They think it only can be done from people like us, the older generation, not their generation. They need the true blueprint to show them it is possible.
And I agree with you totally, Gina, on that. I think everybody needs to understand where it came from, where a healthy relationship came from, and how to sustain it, how to keep it going. All right. We need respect. We need love. And of course, as Stephen started out, we need God. If we don't have God, we can't have that conversation with God to guide our marriages, our relationships, and we're always going to fail. I want to thank you guys for Melanin and Marriage. They come here every week with that fire, all right? And I have to ask every week. I mean, will you guys join us next week?
Of course.
Yep. Absolutely.
We're there, man.
I'll be here.
There. I didn't ask you or Gina, or Steven or Mo.
Why you don't ask us, Mo, Steve? Why you never ask us?
I stayed quiet. See, I was being quiet.
You gotta be here. Steve, you're never quiet. Let's get that straight.
Hey, Brother Banks, hit me in my DM.
I got you, man. I got you.
Never quiet, but that's okay. We need that energy. We need that, especially today, because I'm sick. And as soon as we get off of here, y'all can talk backstage if y'all want, but I'm not gonna do it. Right? It's not gonna
I
happen.
like that blazer though. I see you. I see you. I didn't know if they addressed that, but I'm noticing that blazer, bro.
I told him he was dapper
I'm
today.
gonna tell you about when I had to buy. This was a spur. Anyway, I had to pay. Gina would understand this. I had to pay a lot of money for this blazer because it was a spur of the moment, and that's the only one I could. It was a spur. I had to get it. Okay, look at the inside. Mushrooms. No, I ain't no mushrooms. But anyway.
I see you though. I say, look at G.
Coordinate. You got to coordinate.
Coordinate.
You got the belt on. Got the belt.
You already know, man, and the patent leather shoes. Okay, but we
I
thank
was
you
about to say,
guys.
you got the shoes on.
You already know, girl. Tell everybody about the Melanin Marriage real quick. Anybody?
Melanin Marriage is a magazine where we talk about relationships, life. We give tips. We even give, trip details, things about single people. We have Sparkle, who does the Yes, I'm Single, but it's just a magazine that offers a lot of intentional advice. It has a lot of maturity, grown folks conversation, all for melanin people. And it's something we're definitely proud of. We also have a podcast that airs Thursday nights at 8.
Y'all better check that out. And I'm telling you, if you think the intensity here and the answers that they give here are something, go check the magazine out and the podcast. It's a whole different ball game. Okay, it's similar, but it's more intense. All right, it's more.
Dr. Marie, is that Eastern, Central? What time zone is that?
It's Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, Dr. Reverend Pat.
And this month's issue, you can get that issue in preview.
Oh, that's right.
Without a subscription.
You know what I need? Could you guys send us the link so that when we're running this show on Mondays, we run that link down below all through the show so people can understand what time it really is. Okay, Reverend Pat, Dr. S. Marie, Anthony Banks, man, we appreciate you. I call him Brother Banks. Y'all can't do that, Brother Banks. We appreciate you guys coming on every way and giving us every Monday and giving us the insight on this relationship stuff, because I can't do it. I'm not married. I ain't. Them two over there, they got some time in it. Okay, me and Steve.
Why he just got to make me sound not worthy, not worthy of marriage?
Because you talking about the vinegar at the door. Okay,
you walking in the house. Vinegar.
But that was me being nice, helping somebody. So that means I am wedding worthy.
You talking about condiments, okay? We try to get some relationship stuff going on out here, all right? But anyway, man, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, it's 2026. We're gonna get it right.
The Texans are playing, so I gotta go. Texans are playing.
Oh, we gotta go as well.
We don't bear down. You better bear down.
Ooh. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. Anyway, live. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening. All right, watch the ball game. All right, peace.